Okay, everyone, so I have here Postcrossing pulled up, and I have my page pulled up. So as you can see, I'm going to turn this just a little bit so you can see it a little bit more. As you can see, I've sent 40 postcards. I've received 36 postcards, and these are my traveling postcards. So when you first start out, my biggest thing is that you probably need to go to the FAQ section, frequently asked questions, to get the rules and the regulations. So let's start there. The basics. What is postcrossing? The goal of the postcrossing project is to enable anyone to exchange postcards with random people around the world. That's using real mail, not email. Okay? It goes like this: for every postcard you send, you'll receive one back from another random member. And the more you send, the more you will receive. It's that easy. You can learn about faraway places, different cultures, or even practice foreign languages. Postcrossing turns your mailbox into a box full of surprises. Okay, so it's basically to experience something outside of your normal culture, basically. And it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing it. How does postcrossing work? You create an account, request to send a postcard, they give you an ID, right? So then you write a postcard, put postage on it, put the ID on it, and then send it off in the mail. We've all got that. Is postcrossing free? Yes, it is, except for the fact that you have to buy the postcards and the postage. They don't require you to pay to use this website. They do, however, ask for donations, which I'm totally fine because I think it's for a good cause. And it takes a lot of man hours to have a website like this continually going. It takes a lot of work. Is postcrossing suitable for collectors? Yes and no. Imagine that. Me, I don't know that much about postcards or the fact that you can collect them. I know that some of them are worth a lot of money, and I still haven't figured out what all that is. To me, a postcard is a postcard, and I know that there's serious collectors out there that these postcards are just not postcards. They're actually worth quite a bit of money. So, how many postcards can I send? Initially, when you first start, you can have up to 5 postcards going at once. And as they are registered, that opens up a slot to be able to send another postcard. My feeling on this is, okay, this keeps it fair. It really does. In all retrospect, it does keep it fair. So you don't want to be sending out like hundreds of postcards and then, you know, you can't afford the postage. Somebody's waiting for that postcard. It doesn't get to them, and because you don't send it, it's not really all that fair, is it? So you need to make sure that you send them. So here's the rules. If you have sent 0 between 4 postcards, you can send 5 postcards, and so on and so forth, in increments of, I believe, 50, until you get to the maximum of 100 can be traveling at once. And trust me, from looking at some of the profiles, some of these people have sent like 25,000 postcards. And I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of postcards. But it's also really neat, too, to see this, that they're so dedicated to it. How to write a postcard. They bring up subjects and that you can bring up, and then every month on the front page there is a writing prompt. I think this month is like how the quarantine has changed you or something like that. I'm not particularly interested in writing about that. Generally, when I write a postcard, I will tell the person, I always read their page. I try very hard to send a postcard that they would appreciate, that they would like more than just, okay, you know, something that they say that I really enjoy, that I'm really into. So I try to make that judgment. Now, I have ordered more postcards, so I do have more of a variety of postcards, but I still do get my postcards out of truck stops with being a long haul truck driver. So with that being said, it's pretty simple. So we're gonna go back up here and we are gonna go like right here. So we're back at my, basically, when you sign in. So if you want to send a postcard, you're going to click on send postcard right here. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm actually looking in my phone to like see this. So you're gonna go send postcard. A few notes, please read carefully. You will be given a postcard ID that you must write on the postcard. The recipient will need to register your postcard on this website. A copy of the address should be mail. A copy of the address you should mail the postcard to will be sent to your email account. You should read the community guidelines before exchanging postcards. That is basically what I was just going over with you. Then once you've read this or you understand this, you're gonna click I've read the notes above and I want to receive an address to where I'll send a postcard. You click this and then you request an address. It has what do you call them, a random generator, I guess, to pick a random person for you. You don't get to choose who you're sending postcards to. It does it for you, which is actually very fair, and it leaves it a lot more fun because it just is. So then you've got that, and it's gonna give you an ID. An ID for US citizens is going to start with US and a dash and then the number. As you can see, my pointer over here. And that's how you're gonna need to write it on the postcard. And they say once, but I write it twice. And I'm going to tell you why I write it twice. I write that ID number twice on random different parts of the postcard, but nowhere near the address. Because when you're shipping international, that can screw up the postal service. It really can. It can become a problem. So I do it twice in case the postcard gets ripped. If that number gets ripped, it's not impossible to request the ID, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You can get a hold of Postcrossing, and they're gonna be able to track down the postcard and with the information that you put in, and be able to get that ID number for you so you can register that postcard. But it's very important that you put it on there. So let's see. I'm going to show you, this is a perfect example of somebody. So this is Nord Bear. He is in Germany. He has sent 25,377 postcards, which is incredible, incredible. And it says, "Nice to see you here, fellow postcrossers," with a smiley face. Hello. 1956, I like art, mail art, rubber stamping, and my cats. If you want to make me happy, send a card with people and or black and white photography. I dislike religious and military stuff. Sometimes I receive cards on which the sender tells me it is so difficult to find a card for you which you don't have. More than 20,000 received cards, my answer to this is all cards are unique by the writing on the back. That is very true. You may send duplicates to people and not even know it, but what makes that postcard unique is the person that's writing to you. So there's billions of people on this earth. So it's not the exact postcard, it is about the writing from that specific individual on the back of the postcard. And I think that I love what the postcards look like, but I love hearing from the people more, if that makes sense, in a random way. And then he goes on to offer, surprise, surprise. Do you have a friend or a relative whom you want to surprise? Then do the following. Instead of selecting a card for me, pick a card from which you think your friend would like it. And then he says, please not bigger than 12 by 22 centimeters. I'm not exactly sure because we do in inches and I don't have all the centimeters down, okay? So write on this card only the address of your friend in the lower right-hand corner and send it to me in an envelope. Attach a note with the postcard ID and anything you want to write. As soon as I get your envelope, I will register the ID and send the card to your friend with some surprise greetings. This is just one of my silly, spontaneous ideas. If you don't like it, send a card as usual. This offer is only for those people who have drawn my address for an official ID. Sorry, I can't afford more. So I think that's an incredible idea. He is willing to take your postcard and he's going to pass it on to your friend or your loved one and surprise them, which I think is really cool. So you've sent him a postcard, it's gone to Germany, and now he is going to send that postcard and explain who he is and what took place in order for this postcard to get sent to your friend or loved one. That is incredibly cool. So there's just some really, neat people on Postcrossing. Everybody is different. Everybody is a different individual. So in that case, let's see if I can remember right. Explore. I want to say that it's over here. No. Register, traveling, received, help, postcard IDs. Let's see, tell us more. Incorrect or missing postcard ID. I know there's, okay, so request help to find an unknown ID. I know that there's a quicker way to get this to this page, but I don't remember because I have never had to go to them for help to find a missing ID. So you've got to select where the postcard is coming from, which country, and it was sent on what day. When you register the postcard, it's going to give, in the postal mark on the postcard, it's going to give you as much information as you can possibly give them. The name of the sender, even if it's hard to read, initials help too, okay? Postcard ID, if any. If there's any little bit of that postcard ID, it can help Postcrossing track down this postcard. Address details, i.e. the city or postal code of sender, okay? So what this means is that every country, I've noticed, even if they're international, the United States, we have like our own postal codes for each county, each city, etc. Each country and area does have postal codes, and they are random numbers. Each country is totally different on these numbers. I've seen some of them only be a couple numbers. I've seen some of them be more. Excuse me. The postcard image side. So whatever, if the postcard is ripped or something like that, what you can see of the postcard, be sure to put that on there. And if you have to, take a picture and upload the images where it tells you right here that you can upload those images, the back and the front, so they can actually see, and it helps them find the postcard more. And then other information, any other things that you can specify to Postcrossing to help find the sender and get you that number so you can register it is always good to go here. So like, you know, if you a specific town, or if there's writing on the back of the postcard about, like, if it's a historical postcard, some of them have writing, some of them don't, like that sort of thing. I'm hoping that makes sense to you a little bit. So that is what you do there. And then we're gonna come back here, and we are just going to sit here and wait for these postcards to arrive. Now I'm gonna click on here, and I'm going to show you my postcards a little bit. So this postcard to Indonesia was sent on June 17th. It's been traveling for 21 days. It has still not made it to Indonesia, to the recipient. A card to Canada has been traveling for 19 days. Canada is one of those countries that it's a real crapshoot whether it's going to get there fast or not get there fast. It totally is dependent on border control. Their customs and border control people are sometimes not as quick as other countries are. So it's literally, it's a crapshoot. So then I have a card to Belarus that has been traveling for 14 days. I have the Nordbeer to Germany. That card has been traveling for 8 days. And I just sent a card 2 days ago. You guys will be able to see it. It's of the gray wolves to Switzerland. So that's been traveling for 2 days now. You also can it's more important to take a picture of the postcard that you're sending to these people and then upload it so people can see. So this is a postcard that I sent. This is of Old Faithful in Yellowstone National Park. The reason why I sent this to this person is they like national things. So Yellowstone is a national park, and when I was a little girl, I used to spend a lot of time there camping. It's a really wonderful park. So I guess when you grow up in the mountains and the woods, you really enjoy these things. So, you know, I've seen a lot of the things that are in Yellowstone. It's a absolutely gorgeous national park, but it really irritates me the amount of visitors that come, and I see the videos of them acting like a fool, egging on buffalo, and, you know, thinking, oh, we're gonna pick up a buffalo baby, and no, those animals are put down. Do you understand that? You don't go into a park and you think that you're helping and start messing with these animals. If they hurt you, if they charge you and hurt you, they're killed. That's not right. They're defending what is theirs, so it's kind of like giving awareness. Hey, come and see this beautiful park, but admire it. Don't egg those animals on. Admire their beauty from afar. And yes, they will come past your cars and things like that. Do not get out and egg them on. Just admire their beauty. Take your pictures, get your videos. You know, that's what I'm trying to say, is to kind of spread awareness. Does that make sense? I hope so. So that's what I sent her. So that's basically the basics of Postcrossing. The other thing that I want to say is that when you send postcards, you do not want to hold on to them for days at a time. You need to make sure that you have the postcards at hand, you have the postage at hand, and that postcard goes out within 24 hours of you requesting an ID. That is my feeling on it, because it's tracking. Once you get that address from somebody, the days start ticking down. So if you're holding on to that postcard and it's saying, oh, well, it's traveled for 10 days and you just mailed it at the 10-day mark, those numbers aren't correct, and that postcard can, the numbers can expire, which that is going to go against you. And if you have too many of those, Postcrossing will kick you off. They will take down your account and close your account, because you're not being fair to the other people who are waiting for that postcard, that have sent postcards, if that makes any sense to you, and some semblance. So that is what I know of Postcrossing. If there's anybody else that has been doing Postcrossing a lot longer than me, please do chime in, because any help that you can help me give to other people that are wanting to start Postcrossing, that it's going to help them, and it's going to keep Postcrossing running smoothly, and more people are going to want to keep joining. So it's going to broaden this horizon to send out mail. So yeah, that's what I have for you today, and I will see you on another video, and thank you. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. If not, the thumbs down button is next to it, but like I said, I really hate that button, so if you must, then I guess go ahead and push it. If you have any other questions or comments, please just leave them down below and I will answer you. And thank you for taking the time to watch almost 23 minutes of me rambling on. Take care, everyone. I will see you on the next video.